Hello, you pieces of shit. Welcome to another episode of Sloss and Humphreys on the road. It's the day after our live podcast, which you'll all be able to listen to on the Patreon, is it? Yeah, it's a good one. It's probably the best live one we've done. It's very funny. I'm now really fucking hungover, so I'm not miserable during this fucking episode, but I contribute little. But that's fine because we got Bart and Nick Hoary on, and it's very funny, and we talk about, we're just dead bigoted, really, for a while, to be honest with you. Just really old school shit opinions, which we kind of acknowledge, but then don't change them. So it's not really growth. It's just self-awareness. Yeah, it's really bad. Like, it's like being like, I know all of this is wrong, and none of us will change it. It's a straight white male podcast.
Sloss and Humphreys on the road.
Muggins and cream and muggins, straight thuggin', living the dream.
And that's our intro.
Fucking muggles.
Tickling the clit inside your head that makes you laugh. They said it can't be done.
Are we in the same seats?
That's hack.
Ah, muggles.
Accidental rim job in the park.
Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Or am I just being cynical?
Muggled it up on fucking Mugglepedia.
Where have you been since 9/11?
Morning, boys.
I'm only here on this podcast in spirit.
You
You
are
tend to be hungover, is it?
Yeah.
You're tend to be
barely a
hungover.
man, more of a ghost.
Yeah, he waddled into the room and just collapsed on the floor.
It was.
It's like, do you know that level of hungover? And it also when you're sick, where just lying on the bathroom floor is the only cure.
Yeah, or you
Because it's always cold. It's never not cold. There's nothing you can do to
no. You do like, or you get stuck in the shower where you just can't get out of a hot shower. You're just there, trapped.
Yeah.
You were just having a bit of tummy time on the.
Yeah, tummy time helps.
yeah.
You got so drunk last night you thought you could beat me at table tennis.
Oh shit!
Because that's what we've been doing at the end of every night. As fucked as we are, playing table
Yeah.
tennis.
Have you
And,
won?
I always win.
No, I've beat him twice in a row.
Okay.
Well, not
The only
in
ones
a-
were counted.
Not in a row. I win 80 to 90% of the
Oh,
games.
shit, okay.
I really do.
You documented it all, it's all on Instagram.
Really?
In fact, you didn't even document the last one. You were like,
If we were
oh.
to, even in this state,
So
I would
you-
be winning.
So
eight.
even though I've beat him the last two times that were competed, right? He challenged us last night, knowing
Yeah.
fine well we didn't have a table tennis table, and I started looking to find one in Melbourne.
Yeah.
And I had people working on it.
Just calling,
Because
Googling.
we're like, there's got to be somewhere with a table tennis. It's Melbourne.
Man, if you die first, loss, then your tombstone should be a table tennis table where you have to play him every week, and you just can't
Just
win
like
because
Forrest Gump.
eventually you miss.
Like Forrest Gump against the wall, but against his gravestone.
Just like after like 50 years, just the wear and tear. There's
Oh,
just this
there's a
tiny-
hole that gets it through.
Yeah.
But if
and
you
then just at the end, then he hits a left. Fuck! Shit.
Sloss again. Well, I feel like generally, if someone said if it's a physical contest, I feel like I'd be betting on Kai 90.
It's,
But even-
it's,
even
it's,
with-
it's
even with-
hand-eye coordination though.
Yeah,
Like it's not.
Oh,
yeah.
It's not just stamina.
Hand-
Why have you just got
Kai.
it in your head that you're beating us all the time?
Because
Where did you get that
no,
from?
you've gaslit yourself. I win table tennis. I swear to fucking God, I beat you 90% of the time. You've won 2 in a row. You've got selective memories. I fucking
Aye, 'cause
dust
I've got
you.
better than you.
So you
you guys need to proper document this. I think.
oh, we will.
This is how we ended up knitting sweaters, man.
Yeah,
We ended up knitting sweaters because of a toxic argument like this. Who would be
Yeah.
the best at knitting?
we need a table tennis table
Oh, there'll be one on the wedding.
that you can just write down every win and loss.
I'll beat you one day.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you won't.
We'll play for Cara.
What about tennis? Are you ever get bigger?
Oh, I've never been good at that one.
Yeah.
Squash was all right.
All right.
I was
Yeah.
all right at squash.
I like squash, but I love my knees.
Yeah.
Aye,
Like-
that doesn't seem like
Yeah.
it's good for you stamping around.
Yeah. Table tennis is the right thing. I mean, maybe your wrists will fuck out and you'll have trouble wanking when you're 55.
I wonder if we ever get to the point where we just like accept that bowling is the like last range of moment
Oh.
we've got left. Because I always look at those guys like that, like it's
Yeah.
it's heaven's waiting room, the fucking Bulls rink. There's no
Yeah.
young people play it.
Just what is that or just the very gentle ballroom dancing
Yeah.
or cards.
Yeah.
Cards become
Cards.
I
Just a
did
bit
a shitty thing a couple of festivals ago at Melbourne where in the X-Fed upstairs they were doing ballroom dancing and I
Oh.
ran through shouting Leroy Jenkins.
That's
It's fine. Pensioners deserve anything that happens to them. There's
Man.
not one that's not guilty.
if they haven't become more resilient with age, then they deserve the world to crush them.
Yeah.
That's the law of the universe. Yeah.
Been around for too long.
Yeah. They should be diamonds or dust.
I always say once they get beyond 70, it should be like when you like turn 13, we're just every year, instead of something new being legal to you, we just take it away. One of your rights. So you lose the right to drive, you lose the right to vote.
You can't drink.
You can't drink anymore.
Talk. Answer back. I got an idea where every week as an old person, you have to solve a couple of problems. You got to.
I made it worse.
You got to fix. So you're presented with a touch screen where you got to solve like a trolley problem, a maths problem, or whatever. Yeah. And if you fail, there's a door that just opens up. That there's a shot. It's like a cuckoo clock, but it's a shotgun. And each time you fail, it just gets closer until it's in your mouth, and you've got to solve it. And if you fail, it just fucking paints. It just goes off the wall.
So what is it? You've got to do like a little aptitude test. To
see
if you're still,
if you're capable. Yeah.
So if you can still be in society.
And if every time it gets closer, you flinch the way old people fucking flinch when nothing is there to startle them.
Just watery eyes. It gets closer again. That watery eye, and they can't.
The gun starts coming into focus.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about my gran, but you could announce yourself from 500 feet away, phone her the whole time, being like, "It's me walking up behind you, just to let you know." And then you go and but I'm going to touch you now, gran. And you touch.
They're closer with the ghost realm. Everything's spooky.
One foot in the ghost realm.
Yeah. 1 foot in the ghost. I just think the cuckoo clock is got to be, it's just the setup.
Very fast. It's got to make the noise as well.
Yeah. And if you at one point go, watch this touch screen, it goes off instantly. Just completely wipes your head.
If you try to phone your grandchild from it, it's just right.
You've got to zoom for it, and if it's just like the top half of your head, the gun goes off.
Yeah.
You've got to have like a biometric scan to make sure your full face is on.
One of the tests is one screen's clearly not a touch screen and the other is, and if you touch the one that's not, it just instantly cleans you.
I saw one of your godchildren many years back. She was a lot younger, trying to zoom in on a fish tank.
Oh,
great!
She was in a fish tank and she was like doing the outward pinch.
So good.
You seen the thing where you get a child under the age of 13, you go, "Hey, do a mime of answering a phone."
Oh yeah,
and they do that,
and they do that,
and they go take a photo, and they'll go.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, you're like,
so they don't do that and that.
Yeah, things have changed.
Yeah, that like what the fuck's coming on your phone?
It's the shaka symbol is a better. It's just a better symbol. It's like the one finger to listen and one finger to speak into.
Man, they think we're mental, right? Teenagers think we're mental when we pretend that bananas are phones, because phones have never looked like a banana to them.
They've been flat for so long.
Can you guys...
Like, it'd be better if you picked up a book or a fucking notepad.
Can you remember Alive and Kicking, the date AIM like Kids TV on the weekend? Can you remember when just like they'd have a phone and just random stuff, like they'd have like a shoe or something, but it would be a phone, or like a pineapple.
Shoe phone and Get Smart, revolutionary. I think...
It's for shoe. It's the
yeah.
Oh, sorry, Matthew.
I do think it's going to be another 10 years, and those guys will be complaining that it's just like a hand gesture, or like you have to do a facial thing to.
What they should do is when they do put phones into our skin.
Yeah.
Ear thing there.
Oh yeah.
I want to be able to pull up an aerial like Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
I want an actual aerial on my thumb.
Yeah. I want my foreskin to be the microphone, so I have to stretch it up as close. I've got to hunch down, so I'll be an old guy.
Your own dick. I'm calling my mother.
It's always echoey because the skin's got an acoustic quality.
All of the buttons are up your arsehole.
Your voice is only...
9.
You just sound like
there's a pervert in my house. You just sound like turned my body into a phone.
Just a German enjoying themselves. 9.
This is the Saw movie I want to see. Where it's like, I can't talk for more than 3 minutes because I'll come in my own mouth. I have to wait. I don't want to gargle my own cum. I'm just trying to order pizza.
All right, no, I'm close. I'm going to have to call you back. Just stop.
No. It's coming.
Phone and babe station to get the mic closer.
Oh man. I'm upgrading my phone. You just got weights hanging off your cock. Trying to Stretch the skin.
I'm transitioning to Samsung.
My pronouns are Nokia and Nokium.
Yeah. Do Nokia just not make phones anymore? Did they just...
I wonder what they're doing.
That would be like...
They might just retired.
Yeah, but Motorola as well.
Just live off it.
Yeah, but that would be like fucking Kleenex just being like, we're out. We're not doing it anymore.
The biggest in the game to now they're just a cute little... Because there's still... You can still get the bricks.
Can you?
Yeah.
Is it like when people buy vinyl?
It seems,
like
yeah. And it is becoming like that where some fucking losers are just walking around with one of those.
Oh, I've got Nick Cody ringing.
Here we go.
You didn't say I love you?
Oh, shit. Shall I ring him back? Is that finger in my hoop?
Love you. You're like, 10 digits is a lot. So it's a lot of dialing.
So maybe you just like press your arse all once and it's like Siri and then you're talking to your dick.
Yeah, it does
you can use the same finger. You don't have to.
Yeah. It's got to be each button. It makes butt dialing is legitimate.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Butt dialing.
Sorry, I butt dialed you.
Do you reckon this will be able to carry this podcast without us?
Oh, yeah.
While I'm going to get Nick.
It might. It's going to be a change. It's going to be, yeah.
I mean, I can
change the
certainly
vibe.
try.
Yeah. We just talk about Magic the Gathering for 7 minutes.
Yeah, and I never, like, Tom Horton tried to get us into it, and I enjoyed it. But it's just, I did feel my hymen growing back.
Yeah.
Like
it is peak nerd. It's a fucking fun game. When it's going good, it's so fun because you got this massive army of fucking crazy zombie cunts. He's got this weird thing of robot machine wizards, and they're just twist, turn, massive spells.
How have we not invented, or have we, the Yu-Gi-Oh thing?
Yeah.
Like, you put your card down and then there's just like a little fucking
Shoots
VR
up
thing. That's got to be, surely.
It's not. It can't be far off. But the other thing that fucking captures people hard is the collectability of the cards.
Yeah.
So people have these
Is this
cards.
the one where there's the fucking, is it the Black Lotus? Is
Yeah.
it one of the super rare
$1 million
ones
or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, so much money.
And how, I mean, is it possible at all to get those in packs, or are they all just private collectors have them now?
Yeah, everyone's got. Maybe there's a couple packs left hiding somewhere, but not many got done. But it's such a cunty standard false scarcity. You've got a factory.
You got a printer
that can print this, and they're like, "No, we're just gonna do 10." It's like, I'll make one with Texter.
Yeah. Do you understand what capitalism is? Give me what I fucking want for a price that I can afford.
The whole industry, the whole card, like Magic thing is just people complaining that they're not printing enough of some cards because they're creating. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I just make them. I do make cards with biros.
Yeah.
I'll just go, this is the card. And people go, no, it's not. I'm like, we're playing pretend anyway. There's no dragons here.
Yeah.
I haven't cast a fireball for real. Do you need it to be in full color to pretend that this is the thing?
Like I had to buy it. Like, okay, yeah. God, that is so funny. Just making your own fucking sick deck.
Yeah, man.
Charizard.
Yeah.
Charizard.
Extra Charizard. You're like, this guy's not real. It is now.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you ever played the fucking Pokemon games, but you regularly met trainers who only had the same Pokemon over and over again. They were all autistic. They were like, I've got 7 Weedles and I dress like a bug catcher. You're like, this is a weird part of the world, man.
They haven't traveled much, have they? They're just like, you'll do.
Yeah. I'm going to train up my 6 bugs. You're like, buddy, Jesus. Yeah. You are not a good Pokemon.
You're not, they're so bad.
Yeah.
But I play with a group of guys, 2 groups. One who just doesn't give a fuck and they'll print cards. And I just send cards to a printer and they'll cut the cards out and send them to me. $50, I'll get a $10,000 deck for $50. Yeah. And everyone will play and it's fun. It's mad.
Yeah.
Then I've guys who are like, if you haven't bought it, you can't use it.
Because I guess it's for them, like the fucking printing of it, it's steroids, is it?
Yeah. Well, it's like, but then I'm like, we can all do it.
Yeah.
It's not, as long as we agree that we don't make a, endlessly powerful deck, we just choose a level. But they're a bit more, there's only, you run into them occasionally. They're just like, no, you got to pay to win, essentially.
I feel like it's the people who play like FIFA and they're like, you can't sign you can't sign the greatest player of all time to Hibs, and you're like, I'll do what I fucking want.
So we're playing a fantasy game.
Yeah.
None of
Like,
this is-
I'm not this good at football, and I'm not a manager.
Also, though, if you want to look at reality, I'm white, so I'm already. We've already done it. We've already signed the best player of all time. Like, what? Have you been to the rest of the world? I can't wait for global warming to take it. It's fucking not great, dude.
I said Ed Sheeran such a violent tirade of Aussie racism because I was just I get annoyed constantly at the inefficiency of your country.
Yeah.
And the one I said her was, I was like, I wish I'd never bought a fucking Tesla. I wish I'd bought a Hummer and left it in the driveway. Always, right, just to get the hole in the ozone layer above this fucking island bigger and bigger so I can just nuke you all with the sun. You fucking pieces of shit. Congratulations on your Aussie visa, you cunt. You're lesser of a person. And she was like, good morning. Went through an Australian airport, did we? And I was like, yeah, we fucking... Mind you, your airports aren't actually... They're quite good. You're very efficient. You know how to do internal flights in this fucking country.
Yeah.
And like, I know there's a lot of like cancellations, but you're also so good at cancellations where it's like, man, there's another plane that'll be here in 7 minutes. These are fucking buses, buddy.
The reason the flight was cancelled is because another plane landed on top of the plane sitting there before it could move. We got too many planes.
we were trying to make more planes, and we think that's how they have sex. Like, we've never seen them fuck in the wild. All we know is like sometimes British Airways lands here, we have to kill all of the people on board, repaint the plane because we have no idea how planes are made.
It's quite a... There's so many planes. There's actually planes stacked from here to Sydney that people just walk along the bridge.
Yeah. Just checking their ticket, being like, I've been walking down this aisle for so long.
This is a big board.
7,097 It's that window. I hope it's walking the whole.
You're at 35,000 feet. Yes, a bit. Can we get a hostess to
Oh, she's far down. But just see the carriage coming down. No! No! Running all the way back down. Instead of just getting in to any of the empty aisles. Any of the empty. Nobody sat down. Nobody has sat down. We're tricking people to walk
forever. Man, the country is without imagination or the spirit to try something new.
If that's how this is run, why would we work out if there was a faster way?
Yeah.
Like, we do it that way and it's fine.
Man, you look at Australian film and television. Oh.
Not good?
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
What good thing have you seen that's Australian? Ever? It's... You get one.
Yeah, there was Bronson. I liked.
Bronson's not. Big dog in the house.
No, who was the Australian Bronson though? You had your own.
Oh fuck. Chopper.
That's who I fucking meant.
That
was all right.
That was good. The Castle. Have you seen The Castle?
I've not seen The Castle. No.
Watch that. It's the only one. We got
I've collected an esteemed guest.
Yeah.
The
biggest of dogs.
Got the big dog.
We're sharing a microphone,
We're
right?
gonna cuddle up and harmonise over that, mate.
Beautiful.
Get in here.
How are we doing? You boys hurting a bit?
Oh man, I wish I was fucking dead.
He's feeling good. Kai's up and about.
You know what?
Have you had fresh air yet? I reckon outside would have helped.
I was fucking sideways last night. I was in Comedy Republic chatting to people, and when they were talking back, I was having to remember what the fuck the conversation was so I could join back in when it was my time.
Well, I felt a bit like that the other night after your great show. Good show, boys. Good skits.
Thanks very much, mate.
Good comedy little sketches there.
Big comedy riddle boys.
Yeah. Cheeky 5,000 people, and afterwards there was a little cigarette with the devil's lettuce in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I don't usually partake, and then a few puffs and was just staring for a bit.
You actually kindly declined it, and then I clucked like a chicken, and you grabbed it straight off us.
I remember being at your place in Edinburgh and having some of the vape pen and just playing Quiplash and it going through to default answer for me time after time.
When you're so high, you're safety quipping.
Because
That's when it's time for
I'd
bed.
get shocked by the noise of it being time up, and I'd be like, oh, fuck.
No. But that can't be. What are you playing on super fast mode, buddy? It was 2 minutes as always.
Just in a beanbag, just going, fuck, I'll be right. Just a little bit. Just take your time.
Well, the last night in Vegas for your Bucks, we're in Old Vegas, and we went to that. What was the name of the saloon? Oh, it was like the original Coyote Ugly.
Coyote Ugly, like honking pigs or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like pig fuckers.
It's something weird, pig fuckers.
Yeah.
And we're walking along, and Slice had a vape, and he goes, "You want some vape?" I go, "Yeah." Take this massive drag, and I go, "That tastes weird." And he's like, "It's weed." I'm like, "Well." Here we go again.
Oh, no.
And just sitting in this thing, everyone's like, "Woo! Get shots, you bitches!" And I'm like, "Oh."
You were actually in Vegas for 6 months.
Well, what I was amazed by seeing Sloss on this trip is that I hadn't seen the whites of his eyes.
Yeah.
Because I got there after you arrived in Vegas, only by a few hours, but
Yeah.
enough time for you to get to a dispensary.
Yeah.
And it was just red-eyed Dan.
Oh man,
For a week.
there was not a second of those 6 days where I was not on drugs. There was not a second. Like, it was the second I fucking woke up, I'm like, we got to delay this hangover somehow, and the only way to do that is to not let it get you. It's to just keep outrunning it.
I gave you a hug on the strip one day, just as we're walking side by side. I put my arm around you, and you go, "That's nice, buddy." Like I'm giving him a back rub. Just have my arm around. Just
Teary. Like,
He just felt like he was back in the womb.
Just any form of male kindness that week was pretty.
Oh no,
guys, this is
whiplash. It's
Amber
whiplash
alert.
again.
no, this is my diabetes like blood sugar monitor going off saying that I've got low blood sugar because I don't have diabetes. It's the only alarm that I can't silence on my phone. Which is, like I had a high blood sugar test, so I'm wearing this blood sugar monitor, and I'm just not eating carbohydrates.
How do you wear it? What is it?
It's stuck in me.
Oh, so it's like an implant.
Yeah.
He's got an implanod.
So your implants
his boyfriend
just give your
can-
phone the heads up.
My
like you're
implant
fucked.
said, "Hey, if you've got type 1 diabetes, you're about to die." Is
Really?
essentially
So it
is what
thinks
it's.
you're hypoglycemic.
Yeah. It thinks
But
I
you're
need
not,
some
you're
jelly
thankfully not.
beans. I think I'm all right.
And it's never come in positive once. So it actually, other diabetics would hear that and go, "Yeah, brother." And it's like, "No, I don't have it. I'm just wearing this to be reminded I don't have diabetes."
Yeah, I'm just showing off.
I do have a bag of jelly beans I've never used.
You'd be dead right now if you were me.
So it's 2.9, which is extremely low.
Yeah.
The fuck thing is it wakes me up at night sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you got low blood sugar. I'm like, I know, cunt.
Yep.
I haven't eaten sugar for 3 months.
Just woke you up to let you know that you're going to lose a toe.
Yeah. It's like like new cars will be like, hey, someone's close to you. You're like, I'm driving on the road, dude. This is
Yeah.
Hey, my car still beeps if I've got like a bottle of wine in the passenger seat. It's like a very light baby's not strapped in. You go, "No, it's not a passenger. Just fucking leave it."
It might be a different beep. It's like, why aren't you sharing, babe?
One of my mates who's a big lad was in
Cars need wine too.
he was in the passenger seat.
Put it in the windshield wiper liquid.
Swerving everywhere.
Shut up, cunt.
It didn't go off on me pal once. He's a big lad and his seatbelt wasn't on and it wasn't beeping. He was like, "Why is it not beeping? Does it think I'm a piece of furniture? Does your car think you're moving the house?"
Just a mini fridge.
Yeah.
I always like the cars that have the option just on the dashboard to turn passenger airbag off. Like, but man, there's just an light on some cars. Just an option. It's
Is it like
funny.
in case you got the baby seat in or something?
Yeah. I think it's like behind there just to make sure it doesn't fucking
We
go
just
through a
start
lot of
driving
something.
fast and fucking turn the airbag off, unclip his belt, get
It's just pretty much an ejector seat,
Yeah.
really. It's the closest thing to
I
it.
start playing Nickelback and Kai starts making fun of me, and I'm just like,
He's been to Nickelback with his mum.
aye.
Really?
One of the only concerts I've ever been to, and I think it might be one of the reasons why I hate music.
Well, you haven't been to many concerts.
Aye.
What was wrong with it besides all the songs that they were playing?
Oh, no, I was there with my mother at the age of 13. Just it's sat.
Man, the first concert I ever went to, I think I was about 20, and my girlfriend at the time was a few years old. She loved John Mayer.
Oh yeah.
And so I got her tickets to see John Mayer here in Melbourne. We went along and he did the whole concert, walks off, encore, comes back on, and everyone's like, "Your body's a wonderland," yelling that. It was like the hit at the time.
Yeah.
He just did like a 20-minute R&B guitar solo. Mm-hmm. and then just walked off. And I was laughing, crying, like
Indulgent.
8,000 chicks upset, and me going, yeah, Johnny, that's hilarious.
Ball I move. Fuck what you want. I'm doing what I want.
So
Just like a lot of pussy licking and no penetration. He's a master.
You boys are hurting, aren't you? Sorry, I've come in with breakfast radio energy. Just like, I rode a bike at 4:30 in the morning. I'm like, what's up, motherfuckers?
You've had to work
brighter with you in it.
Yeah.
There's an aura coming out of you where you're just like, I haven't had coffee, I am coffee.
we did the live podcast yesterday, and it was definitely the most fun we've ever had at a live podcast. Ari Matti told the saddest story that ever happened. Oh man, it made me want to. Like, I wanted to kill myself on stage.
Wow.
The long and short of it. Listen to the live podcast when it comes out, everyone. But I was like, "What's your worst memory?" So to be fair, my fault for fucking asking. Long story about him having.
You asked the guy that does MMA and comedy.
Yeah.
Life hasn't been great the whole time.
Lives in Estonia.
Estonia and asking what his worst memory is.
He
Wasn't a bread line.
It wasn't even the death of either of his parents. Like when
Are they gone?
Yeah,
Oh,
both
geez.
of them were gone. No. So this was he was flirting with this girl, but basically this girl becomes his girlfriend on MSN Messenger.
yeah.
Never fucking meet her.
And he's actually
One
telling
day-
his family that he's seeing her.
Yeah. And they're flirting, and he writes poetry for her.
He writes
like
with his sister.
Sister helps him write poetry, and he
Nudes.
sends it. Nudes.
Sends
And then she's like, one day I'm in town, you can meet me, come down, meet me at the end of the pier. And
Very tiny little bicycle.
he writes this teeny tiny beefy letter with this teeny tiny erection. Just goes down there, and it's just three of his friends pointing and laughing.
Cat, fish. Fucking
But
savage.
he told the story in a way that he wasn't over it.
Oh,
That it still had
you're gonna
lasted
die.
damage.
Hey, if you were diabetic, you'd be dead, man.
Mate, can I get you anything? Do you want some sweets?
Man, if I did it, it's just, man, I'm fine.
Telling him he's fine.
I should just rip it off, really.
Yeah.
Get out
Just
of me.
bite the thing out of your arm.
Sorry, guys.
That's how doctors get rid of the women's implant.
Oh, just ravage them out.
Aye, suck it out.
Just go deep. They've got a little claw on the end of their dick.
Like a cat.
Skill tester.
The implants in the arm. Are they getting it out?
Going all the way up. I just had a blood test that was like standard checkup, and then went in, and this doctor just went, "You've got type 2 diabetes. You're obese. Take these drugs forever." I was like, maybe I'm going to get another opinion.
Yeah.
And he said, "Don't
Don't you dare, fatty.
you chubby idiot."
Dr. Slut.
Yeah,
But the next patient is mixed up. They got craned out of their roof. They get brought in. It's like, looking good, chief. Oh, no. Wrong folder.
fucking cute boy. Taking blood pressure medication and fucking, I get a free wheelchair out of it.
I found the catfish story because I don't think I've ever been catfish. I think I was always like hyper fucking aware of it because I think like I don't know. Did you ever go
You've been cara-fished at Cullen in a mask.
My mate's got me as an adult with that, like where I'd met a girl in a nightclub and the text was saying that it was her, but none of me texts were embarrassing.
Aye.
But when I was single, I would always text as if her mates were reading them because they are.
It's a very smart.
They are
So
And-
smart.
and you date like your mates are over your shoulder. Like if you conduct yourself the way you do in fucking public, then you're not going to embarrass yourself.
Yeah, we were talking about it last night. Your
Yeah.
behaviour is being assessed by 10 women when you're dating someone.
Yeah.
And you're saying if you can conduct yourself like you do in public, you'll be fine. You're a man that shit yourself while running.
Yeah, that came up at the live podcast.
Oh,
as
did
well.
it?
Yeah.
That was his worst memory.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. The 5K run or whatever?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
PB.
Poobie.
Ridiculous.
Who
we-
best?
We were talking off the podcast yesterday, wasn't it? This didn't
Yeah.
come up on the podcast, but I'd like you to tell the story again about the when you were dating a girl and it went terribly wrong.
Oh, fucking hell. Man,
Did you hear this? I think you might have been talking to Steen.
Yeah, no. So we were talking about, like, because Sloss pissed himself in a lift. Kai was talking about how he shat himself.
I've pissed myself in it.
Which I brought up, which is fucking great. Because Sloss was like, there's something wrong with me. And I was like, man, Cody just drank 30 beers and did the same thing.
Yeah,
And-
July 4th twice.
Yeah.
Man, and you,
Wow, Jesus.
Had July 4th here, flying to America, landed, was July 4th again.
Yeah.
I better keep drinking.
Man, and then it's like, is there anything wrong with you? No, you had 30 beers. And it was a fucking great bit that you did. Did you close on it?
No, well, I was closing with it in Melbourne, and then at the Edinburgh run started closing with it, but then I realised it's like 53 minutes into a show, you start talking about pissing yourself, and you see people like, I really got to piss. So I flipped it and would open with it. And I'm like, I'm just talking about it now, so I know none of you need to piss
You
now.
just start fountains going and all that, have like fucking a TV screen with a waterfall
Looks like the
on
Bellagio out there.
it. Yeah.
So I was dating this hot, like fucking gorgeous chick early on, like a couple weeks in. Good roots, good times. Had a bit of a stomach bug, but I didn't feel like it was a thing. We went away for like a dirty weekend.
Oh, it
to a
was
hotel.
dirty. It got dirty.
It was a very dirty weekend. Not a full weekend. It didn't end great. And I, during the deed, had just done a sneaky fart.
Oh, no.
But it felt fine. Like I'd not thought about it.
Pumping went pumping.
And then, like finished cuddles, chats, and then we're talking like the widest sheets, like 1,000 thread count, and we're getting up to get breakfast, and I like splayed and spread across the sheet so all of my asshole touched the sheet for the full length of the bed.
They scooted like a dog with worms.
Yeah, but almost like a jazz ballet dancer. Like I just had one leg forward and the other. I just pulled myself across.
Glide your
like-
shitty ass across the clean
Like
bed.
a man/slug, and left like a dark straight line, like cartographers would be proud. Can't hide.
He was like,
This
we're
is like-
switching sides of the bed now, babe. I'm not sleeping in that.
It's like the centre of a Sharpie, when you've got to like
Yeah.
pump it up down a couple of times and then you go.
Aye, how you can resuscitate a pen.
Oh,
Fucking hell, boy.
Fucking hell, sorry guys, this is the most that's gone off.
that's his erection monitor.
Yeah.
That's a different one.
Cuts to me dead. This is the last podcast I do. But then I literally drew a line that she had to cross, and she decided not to. Like it fucking.
She bailed on him. She was like, we're through. She called it there and then.
That was our last.
Didn't try and disguise it as like, there's another reason. Just like, it's not happening anymore because of that.
That's fair.
So we were saying, her WhatsApp would have been lit.
Oh,
Man.
Her girl's WhatsApp would have been fucking belter that week.
Worst memory. That was the thing I thought. One of the things that came up, which I think why
Yeah.
I brought it up later. It was
Yeah.
fucking the like just absolute shame.
Yeah.
Funny. You should have just blamed her.
Oh,
Just be
man.
like, you filthy fucking cunt. Get out of the fucking bed, you dirty
There's a line
tell
from
anyone.
where it starts to my asshole. Like it's directly
Behind the curtain of your.
Yeah, you.
I thought I was the
Cow.
grossest one here because I did a sort of wet fart while we were fucking. I thought I was the grossest, and now you've left this big skid mark in the bed that ends at my ass crack on the end of the bed. I can't believe
I can't believe you shat my pants, you bitch.
How did you get shit into my asshole? You dirty bitch.
some prank lady.
Turned out 3 of your mates did it.
Tricky temptress. Play with my heart and my butt. Oh man, shameful.
Have you been doing the full run? Oh no, you've been doing.
I just did 1 week.
Yeah.
Nick Cody and friends.
Yeah,
Kai
that
Humphries was on there.
That was class.
Fucking so much
Great.
fun.
Just doing a lineup show with your mates.
Yeah.
Fucking.
And it was a
belter.
particularly filthy night, the night you were on.
Aye.
Everyone was, it was great. It was what Melbourne needed, you know.
I was. I
A lot of poetry going on.
I was doing jokes about the sex waddle and Natalie running to the bathroom like catching spunk as she's
Yeah.
walking, and your mate's mum was howling. You're
Yeah.
trying to get footage of your mate's mum. Just going,
Leon,
"Aye,
the
she gets it. She knows
Executive
the
producer
waddle.
of a radio show. His mum was there, and I hadn't seen the bit though, so I'm laughing, but trying to film Leon's mum laughing, and trying to get it across just to send to Leon, who was right next to her, but never got it.
It's very funny when you go with a relative and they're getting a joke that you wish they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my mum.
Too true.
My own mother has ran across the bedroom cup and spunk.
So like watching a risque movie with your parents. Like a sex scene comes on.
Hey, I remember as a child watching Psycho with my parents, and they fucking made us leave the room for the shower scene because she's got her tits out or something. And then, like, I was watching, like, murder and gore and death, and they were just like, but not nipples, son. That'll ruin
Oh,
you.
really?
Yeah.
Real Instagram rules.
Yeah. You can kill, but you can't create life.
Yeah.
No fucking.
which is real conservative.
But with
fucking-
parents, that's probably more just for the embarrassment. It's probably embarrassing for them watching sex scenes with their kids.
Yeah.
So just like, just so it's not fucking awkward, fuck off.
Yeah, I thought the other day my 4-year-old was about to ask the first sex question because he said, when mummy has Maxie in her belly, if you want another baby's in there. How's it get in there? And I was like, what's that, mate? And I think I must have said it in a way.
Sling it up,
like,
son, you sling it up, like a rat up a drain pipe, just get up there.
You were staring straight in his eyes, holding your dick, like giving yourself Chinese burns. And his eyes started watering and he just ran out of the backyard.
Sorry, I asked, Dada.
His heart rate on it, that beeps.
Let's come in here, we've got to show him something.
It's time for him to learn.
I think everyone has a memory of seeing their dad's balls when they're between the ages of 3 and 7. Walking in the shower and seeing these balls and going, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, Jesus Christ, how is there so much hair there? What the fuck? Yeah.
They got to figure it out.
Man, well,
Like, look at your dad going, were your balls that big when you were born? Yeah, we had balls that big.
man, well, you would have seen it when your son was born. Newborn boy testicles are fucking huge, man.
Yeah.
I
They're
thought
all
they'd be like
swollen.
a pasta shell.
No, they are
Huge.
Yeah.
huge.
Yes.
Just almost down to that. It's just these big swollen ball sack.
Like one he had space hopper.
So, it reminds me of the fucking South Park episode.
Yeah, that's the balls
it.
are like that.
Yeah.
Microwave nuts.
Yeah, but you and me have very different stances on childbirth. You were down there taking photos, having the time of your life. You think it's all
Put a
American.
bunning. Put bunning up between our knees, little welcome party.
Little blower as he came out.
They've got a
Just
breakthrough.
tickling on the top of the head as he's croning. The little
Well, they
blower.
had to, for Charlie, because he was in there for a bit, they had to put this little thing on his head. The nurse reached her hand in with this, like a pad connected to wires. And I go, a little hat, his first ever hat. Oh,
Sorry,
man.
guys, this is the worst. It's literally not done
I'd
this.
honestly rather you be dead.
Yeah.
If that's...
Me
if-
too.
Oh,
Me too.
It died so slowly.
There's
but-
just
feel like it's
there's
gonna be-
so many kidnappings in the area.
yeah.
Oh,
He
man.
diabetes himself off the roof.
Yeah.
I said it's his first little hat, and then as she's pushing, he'd go, "What?" And I go, "Drop that fucking hat back, mate. We've lent you a hat. I was just trying to be fun. Oh, it's horrific.
Cracking joke.
Bring the hat back." Yeah, it was. You didn't like it at all.
No, man.
Yeah.
She was in heaps of pain and there was lots of blood and it's really fucking gross and it's awful. It's a nightmare.
I remember-
There's absolutely no fucking reason the men should be in the room.
No.
But you have to be. And I obviously, even if you were to tell me to get out of the room, I would stay in there. But it's fucking insane that if she was in surgery for anything else, they would just be like, you want to come in? You want to just come in and see? Well, we just cut her open and stuff.
Getting our appendix out.
Yeah, do you want to come in and,
look,
you want to come in and watch while she goes through major surgery?
Well, it said on the last one, she was pushing out her second son, and it's like, big push, going to need a big push here, Luch. If you don't do it, the nurse said, if you don't do it, we're going to have to cut you. And I was like, well, when I said that to her last week, it was very different. I was also holding scissors and had a menacing tone, but
Big push, Luch.
yeah, she listens to you.
It's the only time I get her to do anything.
Man, the second one, this is why you should have a second one. The second one, little Max, he came out. He was quick sticks. We didn't even get into the birthing suite. She did it in like the waiting area. There's like a room, like a waiting room where they're just
Our
meant
son-
to relax. I looked awful.
Kind of gave about 45 minutes from contractions
Yeah.
today. Like it was
you go.
too fast.
yeah.
The speed was the problem. They were like, "Oh, honey, you did that way too quick."
So do fannies have muscle memory?
Huh?
Do they have muscle memory? Like, do they go, no, this again? And
Do it one
it's
again.
easier the second time because they're like,
Yeah.
I don't know how she's meant to beat that. That is
45 minutes.
Yeah.
Almost drive
Or
through
what? No,
speed.
like they're like with the next one, it will be faster, and we're like, but that's not
that doesn't give
good.
enough
That's
time to get
really
to the
dangerous.
hospital.
That's like the hospital's 20 fucking minutes away.
yeah.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
Yeah.
Keeps us in a job, actually.
Yeah.
Dude, you got the cash surrogate. Get some fucking weird, poor fucking give him £10,000 and get it done.
Yeah. We should be close to growing them in vats.
Very.
Like, come on.
That is a vat.
Yeah.
Your fiance is a vat.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like she would. I feel like she needs it to be in her. Like she liked, even though she didn't like any of the pregnancy.
Yeah.
I think.
It's a if I didn't do it, it's not mine, even though it's genetically mine.
Man, the doctors fucking roasted me the second one because Lucia's just up 20 minutes. Took a few hours, 20 minutes after birth. Baby on the tip, walking around on the phone, telling her parents because it was like 5 in the morning. And I was just sitting in the corner holding a coffee, and the doctor walks in and goes, "You give birth, did you, mate?"
Oh,
no.
Because I was just like, "Oh, it's so early. It's really early."
I'm a little bit sweepy and I've got a tummy ache. Getting a bit of sauce off the doctor.
That fucking class.
that classic Mother's Day, they should get a week, fathers should get like half an hour or something.
Yeah.
Just, you've done shit, mate. You're fucking there. Dude, fuck that.
Yeah, they didn't have to see Cara. Look, they've got a little curtain up there, and all they see is our scared face. That's all they're looking at. Yeah. That's why you got to be like, it's okay. None of it's a nightmare. That's why I can't be down there. She would see the look in my face.
Yeah.
How is it?
Yeah.
Man, that's fine. That's the true. Like, if you can just be like, "Hey, this is good. Come on!" Like,
man, you are there to cheer them on as they do the most fucking difficult thing, and I reckon my ability to cheer her on is absolutely diminished as all of the blood drains from my face. Like, though, I imagine the worst thing as a pregnant woman giving birth is if your husband fucking faints. There must be such a fucking moment as you just go, "Oh, really? This was too much for you, was it?"
I have myself down with a handkerchief.
I know it happened to Sean Walsh, and he was saying like the shame is fucking deep, man.
Yeah.
Like it's
Sean Walsh.
Aye.
I've never met him, never seen his stand up. Now I know 2 stories about him, and they're not great.
Rough. You need to practice being in a tough situation where someone's going through something. Like, just go. There's people that go to the ICU where people are dying and hold their hand.
Yeah.
Get used to that, and then you be like, it's fine.
Just go. Who's that guy holding out Grant's hand?
Just
no idea. An expecting father.
Start pillowing people. Just be like, I'm cool with this.
And your wife walks out when you're taking the baby home. You go, no, you're meant to stay here. You're meant to be dead.
I hold your hand and then you sleep forever, babe.
Imagine waking up in a hospital bed next to your wife after she's given birth and you're both just in your gowns. You're both in your gowns like, "Oh, we did it, baby."
Holding hands across the bed.
Yeah. We cold feel of the bedpan under your arse, you soft cock.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I think those guys are the ones that like get proposed to.
Oh. Jesus.
I think if a man gets proposed to by their wife, they should have to wear one of the diamond sparkly rings. They
get a pink collar they got to wear.
You have to wear a proper elegant, sparkly little shiny thing. A big diamond on it.
And she wears just the
big beefy one. Big beefy thick one. And your mates have to catch the bouquet.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not a diamond, it's a coward stone.
Yeah. It's a coward stone.
A Simon.
That's even a coward stone.
It's one of the I was saying this to one of my friends last night. Because years ago she pointed out, she's like, "You're a very liberal person, but you have some huge fucking blind spots." And I was like, that's fairly accurate. One of my recent that I've worked out is, I've said it before, men being proposed to, or, and this is disgusting, this is sexist, I'm a monster. A friend of mine took his missus' second name.
Oh,
you don't change it if you're gonna if you're gonna be.
Yeah.
Hey, you're all pigs. I want you to know you're all fucking pigs. Right?
Point, come at the trough, whatever.
Yeah.
If she
It's archaic
Where's the
bullshit.
slop? Where's the slop?
If she doesn't want your second name, you just don't change it.
Man.
Like, you just go, right, we're both going to have different names then. It's going to be difficult in airports.
Change your whole name to fucking loser.
To be fair, he doesn't have a good relationship with his family, so he's like,
obviously. That's why he took his wife's second name. If it was raised right, fucking stand his ground.
Or make a new name together.
Yeah, sick. That'd be cool. Yeah, get the letters from both surnames and just shake them up and see what you can.
Man,
Scrabble style.
Get some fucking sick names.
I used to have a bit because my wife Luch kept her surname, which upset me. I wanted her to take Cody because finally a Cody would have been to university. You haven't just let me down. You let us all down.
I've definitely got, like, Natalie's the only Humphreys in the world with a master's degree.
Only way
This is why we got to bring him in, man.
you get them through trade only. You only get them through a trade. So good.
She was the only one out of our overdraft. She's enhanced the legacy of one.
But yeah, on your wedding day, the bank calls her. Sorry, Mrs. Humphreys, there's money in your account.
Are you dead?
Are you dealing drugs?
Fraud.
Did you get a PPI claim, did you?
Oh, immediately, just the bank phoning. You've been like, somebody has got your fucking credit card because you are going on really nice holidays. You've bought some really good shoes.
Oh man, remember that my wife's birthday, the same year we got married, later in the year, on her birthday, end of October, the bank called me and said, hey, we've cancelled.
Fuck yeah.
We've cancelled your account. We've shut your account down, or we've blocked it just because of some odd transactions. And I was like, what was it? And it was $150 worth of skincare products. They shut my bank because of that. 3 days before my wedding, I bought $7,000 worth of booze at a liquor land.
And it was like,
Nothing.
of course.
Suspicious. It's Friday.
Well, in that case, it's very funny that your bank didn't think it was suspicious that you bought a $200 pair of hot pants in Vegas. He had no idea what store he was in. He was in some high-end store getting some custom-made hot pants because he wasn't in fancy dress, so he wanted to wear hot pants.
Yeah.
And so just saying,
you say fancy hot pants, they say eat my ass on the back. And it came with a green singlet that said King.
He's from Newcastle, man.
Oh, hold on, is it your bucks? Are you getting married?
Fancy.
I claimed it though, don't worry about it.
It was so funny because he put all that money on the fucking hot pants and walked in, but everyone's in fancy dress, and Daddy just looked up from his phone and was like, huh? He's like, well, that was worth it.
Got changed back immediately. That same night, I've got to bring it up with you because it still makes me laugh. And when I told Lurch, she found it so funny. You were on a streak on roulette.
Yeah.
And we're in a casino in downtown Vegas. And you said, oi, red's on here. Put $100 on red. I go, all right, put 100 on red. Lands on black. You go, no, we're turning it around. I'll do it now. Hold on. Fuck, I've got no cash on me. Can I borrow $100? And I said, yeah. And you put 100 on red, and it's black again, and you go, and just walk off. And I'm like,
Hard luck,
he owes me 100.
Hard luck, man.
He looked at me like, what do you do?
Did you ever get it back?
No. That's why it's worth it just for that. It was so funny. Like, oh, well,
That's bad
say it, mate.
Just goes to you. Bad luck,
Thanks for the memory. Oh, I don't
I think
remember
that little
that.
joke about someone, the pair of mates getting mugged at a knife point, guy and gives all your money, and he just gets his wallet out and goes, right, there's the 40 quid over you.
Fucking great. Just got unlucky money, mate.
Fuck, made me laugh. Oh,
Right, it's still recorded on that one.
Oh, okay.
That just means it's blood sugar's low.
Yeah.
another one.
Fuck, man.
Tell your friend.
The dad jokes are in the phone over there, but it's like, fucking, it's going to alarm again, I know.
Oh shit, you got dad jokes?
Yeah,
Fuck, I
did you?
didn't get that joke.
No, we just did it for the live one.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to hear them,
Forget
boss.
about it. They're just there. Just leave them in the vault.
There was no way. I woke up like too soon ago.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. You do.
Well said. I woke up too soon ago.
Yeah.
Not just before.
earlier.
Yeah. God, I wish there was a shorter word for this thing. Closer in reach in my mind.
Yeah. Just
funny
before this time now, I woke up.
Yeah.
We often get up early because you have lobby calls and stuff, but we never speak.
No.
It's always like a good few hours into the day before the
Yeah.
fucking gears start turning on your voice box.
You guys have come out early. Come out of the gates early.
To have an early podcast, it's new terrain. Mostly.
I think it's properly rude to speak to anyone for the first 3 hours that they've woken up.
Hey, don't talk to me until I've had my coffee.
I literally wake up and talk for the first 3 hours
Yeah.
I'm awake. That's why I've come in like, wait, what's going on?
Natalie feeds me fucking vital information when I'm not awake. I'm just starting to like fucking peel my eyes up and thinking about having a coffee, and she's just telling us stuff that's important that I need to retain for later. Just like, write that shit down, man. Texted us. Texted
Oh, the
us.
amount of times I've said, text me that to my wife, and she's like, but I'm telling you.
Like, that doesn't do anything.
I'm not going to remember.
Yeah, but I have no idea how much I'm not listening.
You need a memento system where it's just tatted on you. The things that they say over and over again.
But with Cara, I'm just like, you know what my memory is like. The thing we always laugh about is how bad my memory is. Why are you telling me this thing? Staple it to my forehead on a post-it note. It's the only way.
Their memory's not very good in regards to your memory.
No, that's where it's their blind spot. It does feel like obviously I should just have a better memory, but that's not my responsibility.
And Luke should listen to this, and she should know, because I've argued about it with this before, is she'll tell me things. She'll go, hey, don't forget, this Saturday, my friend's birthday party, 3 hours away, it's all day. You have to drive and you can't drink because you're driving to it. And I'm like, you didn't tell me that. And she's like,
I've already had 6.
I did tell you. And I'm like, hey, just so you know, I would have remembered the worst day ever coming up. That would be a red mark in the calendar.
That would loom.
This Saturday sucks ass.
Yeah.
I'd fucking remember.
Yeah, that's at the front of my brain. That I'm dreading that. I'm thinking of ways to get out of it. I'm cycling in the middle of the road. I'm fucking.
Your brain's just buried all those memories, and you're like 75, and they all come up, like all those days. You're like, fuck, they all happened.
That'd be the worst if that's life flashing before your eyes. All the shit events I didn't want to attend.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Nick's got repressed memories. It's his wife's friends' birthday parties.
Wow.
I got a text message when I was well into the edibles last night saying that I had radio this morning, and that loomed on me so hard. So fucking fair play to you for what you did.
What did you have to do this morning?
I got up at 8 this morning. 8's not even that late a time, really.
To talk to Perth?
I'm not sure what it was. Like it was an acronym, like 2 CPR or something. 2 MCB.
Sounds like a
2
cool
be right
drug.
back. I don't know. It had a number 2 and then 3 letters. I really disrespected that radio station, but it was nice. It was alright.
But for what gigs were you plugging?
Oh, for my Sydney show.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Today FM.
No, it wasn't today.
No?
Nah. I don't think so. Anyway.
Kai's not that bad at spelling.
Is there I don't know. Is there any beef between radio stations? Do you fucking hate other people? No. You sneered down at Triple M.
Sometimes bosses will try and stir that shit up.
He's not like the Sharks and the Jets when you see all that, do you?
No, definitely not.
Not
It's
footy rules.
fine. You get annoyed or whatever at some other things.
there ever
But
any-
I now know that even if I hear a show that I don't like, there's a tip of the cap like, you woke up early.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Is there
it's like
ever-
stand up.
is there
if
ever
I
any
see something, I'm like, you're out there, man.
Yeah, you're doing it.
Good job.
What about controversial transfers? Do you ever get like a Van Persie to Man United job, like where like a radio presenter just went over to the rival team and?
Oh, yeah, I guess at the end, it's always fun. You'll see some people, they'll finish up a job in like September. The end of the year's December. And if they finish their show in September and they're like, just want to spend more time with my family, and you go, no, that's a 3-month no-compete clause. You will be on a new show in January.
Yeah.
They just stop in September for no reason.
Yeah, 'cause
I just hate this now.
Did
Bye,
you
everyone.
Did you genuinely have a clause in your contract that you were able to take time off to come to the wedding?
Yeah, I had to argue. I've had to argue for your wedding.
Yeah.
A few years ago, I had to argue for Dum Dum Club in Thailand,
Yeah.
and I got that off. But it'll be Kat from Century, my manager, she'll write back and go, well, it's with lawyers now. I'm like, that's so funny.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
There's people who probably thought one day they'd be, working in a class action lawsuit against Purdue Pharma.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, can the Ranger go to Scotland for a few days?
Yeah.
Nick wants to see his friends.
Well, yeah. And he wants to get drunk.
Yeah.
Yep. Because so obviously there's so many people that are coming from overseas. Reese Nicholson and Kyron, I was talking to them last night, and because Reese is doing some stuff in New Zealand, they're travelling, they've got Jeff, there's just lots of movement in the next 3 months. They were like, can we really go to Scotland just in May when we're going to be back there in August anyway? Like, can we really go for First Loss's wedding? We want to go, but it's not that. And then it was like the day after they'd sent out their wedding invites, and I replied after 2 minutes being like, there's nothing in the world that would keep me away from your wedding. And they went, well, I guess we got to go to the fucking wedding then.
Yeah.
Like a fucking piece of... He just unbelievably guilt-tripped us without even being aware of what he was doing. Booked the flights the next day. 10 grand.
Oh no!
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. And being my friend is an expensive experience.
Yeah.
Hey, it's fucking great for me. I'm getting sleep-ins and shit. I'm living the dream. This is sick.
It's kind of what money's. This is the good shit, right? This is why you got cash.
Yeah.
Go fucking do some dumb stuff.
Yeah, be a fucking idiot.
Say yes to stuff that would normally be out of your reach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best. And like you said, it's going to be, even if you're fucking 14-hour flights or whatever, it's going to be such a breeze compared to breakfast radio.
Oh, yeah, and dealing with kids and
Yeah.
whatever, man. Just sit in a seat, no one talks to me. Fucking rules.
Oh,
So good. So good.
You never get that type of time in
Then
your
I
head.
get off somewhere in the Middle East, have a shower, drink some booze, and they're like, there's another seat you've got to sit in by yourself for a while. I go, thank you.
How do you pass the time? Do you read? Do you watch stuff?
Man, on the way to the Bucks party, 14-hour flight from Melbourne to LA, I slept for 9 hours. I've never had
Amazing.
more than 7 hours sleep in 4 or 5 years.
Oh, wow.
9-hour chunk.
And then you've done a
On the way back, 9-hour chunk.
so good.
Feeling fucking grand.
Yeah.
So Nick and I are in the same flights going over.
Yeah.
And so we're going to just book seats. And my plan is to just book whatever seat he's sitting in. I'll just sit right next to him. Like, even if the whole plane is empty.
Hey, buddy.
Just middle seat next to him.
Hey, what are you doing? Like, I need some fucking time alone, cunt.
Should we?
Me too.
Should we have time alone together?
Should we have a writing session?
Yeah.
We should start a movie at the same time and watch it together. Okay.
I've got some great ideas for your radio.
Yeah. Okay, just a couple of games. Hear me out. Why are you snoring? You need to put your thing down. I can't see you. My visor's up. My visor's down, but yours is neck.
Hey, what are you thinking about? Fuck me.
Or like get it.
Opening the door and pushing you out.
You know how sometimes you get like the A and C, and B's like you think B might be empty, so you sit on either end, but
Yeah.
then somebody takes that seat and you got someone between you. Anybody that talks across the random dude is fucking psychopath.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you just continue a conversation with a mate while some poor sap is just sat there playing fucking
They're
tennis.
furniture. You're treating them like furniture.
Aye. That is fucking a gross thing to do to someone.
Horrible thing to do.
Real dehumanizing. Shut the fuck up. So, as I was saying, it's gross.
Keep out of it.
You're an object. I'm trying to talk to the person I care
Be a
about.
fly on the wall, but absolutely massive and 1 foot away from me.
Touching, rubbing arms up against each other, ignoring the
Fucking
cunt.
hell.
I'm not looking forward to that. I booked economy.
Yeah.
Fuck. Spewing.
We're going to get space. There's going to be space. There's going to be space.
Ew. That's what I'll say when I'm in there. Ew. The whole time. Ew. Yucky. I just stand up the whole flight. So can you go back to your seat? Ew.
There's no metal cutlery here.
Gross. Savages. You're all savages.
Peg on your nose.
Can I use the shower up there after? Because it stinks and
Yeah.
I'm gross and I can feel them on me.
Flight attendant comes past with the drinks cart, leans over to Bart. Your friend's sleeping, and I got the eye mask. I'm like, no, I just don't want to look at these savages. I'm wide awake.
I don't belong here. I should actually be at the front with my friends who are the pilots. I'm actually friends with the pilots.
Just
Man.
keep dinging the thing. You go, my chair's not turning into a bed.
Didn't you do something where you were economy and you were business?
Yeah.
You fucking walked down in the dressing gown or some shit.
Yeah.
And he sent me chocolates. He came like orange juice. It was fucking
No,
great.
no, no. So I've got to tell the full story because it sounds unfair. It sounds like I left you there.
Yeah.
But Bart had a mate at Virgin who could get him like super cheap business class flights.
Like $40.
It was cheaper than my economy ticket.
Yeah.
So we weren't checking in at the same time. So they were like, hey, you can upgrade using points. And I was like, well, fuck yeah, Bart will be in business because he gets cheap business class flights. Get on the flight. Some of the flight attendants have been at the Sydney Comedy Store. I'm like, Nick, are you here with Luch? And I'm like, no, I'm here with my mate Bart. And they look at the thing. They're like, he's not here. I go, what? They're like, oh, he's down the back. And I'm like, motherfucker. It's 10 in the morning. The plane takes off. I put the pajamas on. They said, here's another thing of pajamas. And I said, can I get a glass of champagne for Bart? And they go, yeah, of course. Knowing full well he doesn't drink.
Yeah.
And I opened the curtain and look out and went, ugh, yuck.
So
Why
good.
is there so many people back here? It's 10:30 in the morning. I'm in pajamas. People want to fucking murder me. I'm like, ew, 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 just walking down the aisle. And he's going, Man, hey, bro.
Man, I've taken 6 endones as well.
It's fucking off
I'm a
jobs.
sky junkie. Nick looks like an angel. I'm like, he's come for me.
Just walks up like the fucking scene at the end of Officer and Gentleman. Love lifts us up where we belong.
Is this the Sky King? Do I get to finally meet the Sky King?
So I gave him the pajamas, and the person next to was just fucking staring at me, and I said, "Champagne, Bartholomew?" And he's like, "No, thanks." So I just scull his champagne and my champagne, and people are like, the drink card isn't even out in the back yet. People are like, this motherfucker.
So good.
Man, I after that sent him a cup of water in a plastic cup to the front. Regards of seat 40D.
Yeah, I sent him this nice dessert.
Oh,
so can you
good.
please sit? And so they send a business class dessert down to Bart, and then I get a tap on the shoulder. Bart sent you something, a plastic cup of water.
No ice.
Yeah. No, dude, I ain't afford ice. Wouldn't be sitting back here. Fuck.
Man, these flights are so cheap, but it's so like if there's space, it's only if there's space.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll just put you in the fucking boot.
Yeah.
But that was the one. That was us flying to the States, and it was July 4th.
That was the
and
lift
Virgin
piss.
Business Class had a bar, and so I was sitting at this bar, like
Like actually at the bar.
a bar,
Yeah.
sitting at the bar, chatting to people the whole time.
On the flight?
Yep.
Yes.
Get a tap on the shoulder. They're like, "Mr. Cody, we've turned your chair into a bed." I go, "Fantastic, thank you. I'll be there shortly." Drinking. Hey, you're just meeting people, fucking talking nonsense. Then I get a tap. "Mr. Cody, we'll be landing in Los Angeles in 35 minutes." And I'm like, what the fuck? It's just 14 hours of me maggot at a bar, haven't laid in the bed.
They've made your bed. And
I
then
go
set your
back,
bed.
they've taken it out, just turned it back to the seat, and I sit there just blind. And we landed, went straight to a mate's place.
Oh.
Where you counted how many Bud Lights did I have? It was like
30, close or 28. I think it's more than a carton. You went over.
And this
I
was the
just
day
pissed
that you.
myself in a lift.
That was the
Man,
day when
you
you
were
joined the
drinking
piss party.
10 in the morning to midnight. Just solid. Fucking amazing.
Fun times.
I love them sessions, man.
Yeah.
When you start early and then it's just fucking. It's 14 hours later before you know it.
Yeah.
And you just.
Yesterday was almost dangerous because we started drinking.
We done a good 12-hour session yesterday.
Like,
Really?
yeah, the fucking.
Yeah.
You're
pod.
staying here. You're still in Melbourne. Are you flying out today?
Yeah,
doing?
I in a minute actually. Like we're gonna have to wrap this up soon so I can pack up. But I head off to Sydney now,
Nice.
and then that's,
Comedy store?
you know what? I think I jumped up there last week, so probably not. I'm doing the Enmore as my solo show,
Oh,
the,
right.
the little side room,
Yeah.
the cafe.
Oh, the wine. Yeah. Oh, it's
Lumbar.
sick.
I did a gig in there the other day. It was class.
sick room.
And then I've got a couple of galas, one tonight and one tomorrow.
Great.
Right.
So that'll be alright. And then I've got 2 days in Perth as well, but like I'll be behind him. He'll already be home. Get back and it's wedding time.
Aye,
Okay.
So we split from the tour for a bit now.
aye. See ya fucking later. Good riddance, I say.
Going
Who
solo.
opens for you in Perth then?
Connor Burns.
Oh, nice.
Connor's class.
I didn't meet Connor.
That's great.
He's fine.
He's still around a bit. You might see him. Is he going to be around for Anzac Day? Because he'll probably be waiting until you go.
I think he's off to Sydney.
Is he? Fair enough. Aye.
Yeah.
So he's going to do Anzac Day together. He's all hanging out.
Yeah, well, I think you go to Sydney.
No, Sydney on Saturday.
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm playing
Okay.
Magic the Gathering tomorrow.
Yeah.
The true battle.
I got a real, like, the war's still going on and I'm holding the fort. So I got a fucking crazy army deck that I can fight all the dudes with.
We were talking about that when you were coming up. All right, you've got to pack your fucking bag.
Yeah, that's right. Cheers for coming on, lads. Been fucking lush hanging out with you.
Aye.
Love you, boys.
And,
See you at the fucking wedding.